Hey, Zach. I'm just curious. I know you played with Nazem Kadri for a long time. Just what stands out about him as a player, and are there any favorite memories you have with him when you were teammates?
Yeah, I mean, lots of memories. Played together for a while. I was a rookie, I mean, just a great guy, a great teammate. I think we had a really young team, and he was a guy who, took care of the young guys and made sure we were comfortable. So, and just a great person. Good friends with him, and as a player, I think he brings a lot to the table. Just he plays with emotion. He plays with a ton of emotion and passion, which is something that you always want in a teammate and a player. And he just brings it every night, and plays a 200-foot game, both ends of the ice, and it's hard to play against. So just a really good player.
In the middle, Ryan.
Zach, we've been asking you about your starts, kind of all playoffs here. I just wonder if, as an individual, there's things you need to make sure you can take care of, to ensure the team has a good start, because sort of comes down to individuals, I would think.
Yeah, individuals, and then obviously, that turns into the collective group. And I think as individuals, I think we've been here enough now. We've been through 2 rounds. We've been through a season, so we should know how to start a game. I think at times, throughout the playoffs, we have started games on time. I think we want to do it more often, obviously, and this is a big test for us coming into Colorado. So I think individually, just doing whatever you have to do to get ready. It's hard to speak for other guys, but just getting focused and being ready for puck drop.
Left side, Kristen.
Zach, a lot of focus on the superstars in this series, but just how valuable is the depth of your group going to be, given what Colorado has on the other side as well?
For sure. Good to see you, Kristen. It's going to be, I think obviously there's a ton of star power in the series, and everybody's talking about, McDavid and McKinnon, and rightfully so. I think it's great that the league's marketing like that, and it's great that fans can see that matchup that they've wanted to forever. But I think there are obviously a lot of really good players in the series, and oftentimes it comes down to depth, depth scoring, and I think that everybody has to be ready for their moment, because you don't know when it's going to be. And I think both sides have a lot of players that can make an impact.
Second row, Mark.
You're obviously right about all that, and the depth matters, but is there any fan element in you as a player or in general about seeing McDavid, McKinnon? I mean, do you get at all into that hype? I mean, is there a curiosity on your end?
I mean, I think it's just great for the league and great for hockey, and I think those guys, they don't see it as, McDavid versus McKinnon. They see it as, Edmonton versus Colorado, and as a player in the series, I guess that's how you see it is Edmonton versus Colorado. But I can see how, from a fan perspective, it's an enticing matchup, and one that people have been waiting for a long time. 2 of the best players in the world. I mean, more than 2 of the best players in the world. You have Leo's there too. He's right up there, I would say, and they have some great players as well. So I mean, just it's gonna be exciting.
Back right, Josh.
Zach, you've Mike Smith's been in the league a long time. You're playing with him for the first time this season. What stood out to you about him and his game and how he's able to do it, and what's also like having a battler and a vocal leader in the crease as well?
Yeah, he's been fantastic, and like you said, he's a vocal leader, a guy who's been in the league for a long time, and I just think that you said, just his battle. I think that's what is the most impressive in every game. He doesn't give up on any pucks. He's always into the game. He's passionate. He plays with passion, and he loves it. He loves playing. He loves winning, and you can see the excitement after a win on his face, and after a big play and whatnot. So he's just a huge part of our team.
We'll do a few more here for Zach on the right, Mark.
Tell me about, excuse me, the pressure builds. We're in round 3 here. But for guys like yourself and Kadri, who played in Toronto, a ton of pressure there. You learn probably a lot as a young player in a media market like that. Is it like dog years, like is 1 year in Toronto or 3 years somewhere else? And as you approach this, is it easier to be calm after having sort of lived the career that you two have lived?
I think it's easier to be calm as you win playoff rounds, as you get closer to your goal. In Toronto, we didn't win, so things escalate and boil. I think if we didn't win in Edmonton, or if they didn't win in Colorado, same scenario. It'd be a lost season, and you'd have that pressure mounted for the following year. So I think winning solves everything, and I think neither team is satisfied with where they are. But at the same time, there are 4 teams left, so each team left has a real opportunity to win the Stanley Cup, right? So, and then, yeah, I mean, in Toronto, I think things compound, and it's a passionate market. And obviously haven't gone on the first round, so that it adds up.
We'll do 2 more, left side.
Zach, your last sentence there kind of led me to this question, and that's that you haven't been this far in the playoffs in your career until now. And I'm wondering what you've maybe learned throughout the course of the last 3 or 4 weeks that has got you to this point, or that you've learned about your game.
I think just from a team perspective, like just how fine the line is, right? And I think we talked about it in the LA series when we were down 3-2. Nobody kind of remembers that as you go on and as you win, but the guys in the locker room do, right? Like you're 2 games at the brink of elimination, and you're able to come back and win that series, and then you're able to win against Calgary in 5, right? So I think all those little things add up and help build that sense of confidence in your game and your team. So I think from a team standpoint, as you win, you get more confident, but at the same time, the teams around you are winning too. So everybody has a sense of confidence going into this round, and that's why I think Game 1 is going to be a really exciting one.
Last question, all the way in the back.
Morning, Zach.
Morning.
In the 3 games that you played the Avalanche in the last month of the regular season, what was your personal biggest takeaway from those 3 games?
They're fast games, really close games. I think 1 went to overtime, 1 went to shootout, and we won 1 at home. But just fast. I think the hockey was fast. Obviously, it was going to be a little different in the postseason. But a lot of skill on display, and exciting game for a regular season game, and I think they're really tight games.
Thanks, Zach.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody.